Hi everyone, and welcome back to my platform here, to my portal, vortex of energies, right? For ascension, for consciousness expansion, and liberation, freedom. This is not easy operation. It's very strategic. So we're the Ashtar Galactic Command, the ground crew here, serving the law of one, and connection to, of course, the Andromeda is hosting the Ascension, the Crystal Star family, and of course. Here also have a connection to the solar Rishi, right? The solar dragon, kings and queens, the cosmic. We're bringing the cosmic energies, the cosmic Christos Sophia energies here online and overriding the timelines of those negative aliens with their agendas, right? The Seeker Empire, Orion group. The Alpha Draconis, the hybrid Anunnaki, Zeta, kind of Nazi Draco faction, okay? And so it's been a process, not easy. And today is also 9/11, just letting you know, 22 years later, right? And here this portal of energies, right, can finally breathe. And lots of changes are actually happening in those extremely high realms of existence, right, in those etheric planes, because the whole astral plane, that's the kind of fourth density, and that's where we are, because so many things are surfacing and people are finding things and they have awakening, right? We have a shift in consciousness, so everything is happening here and right now. And all these old actually timelines are collapsing, but it's through our inner work that we're tuning into these new energies of ascension, where we can feel joy and peace and happiness and liberation, guys. Because when we're in state of like depression and anxiety or anger and fear, that it's a signal for us, oh, we're disconnected from who we truly are, right? We are the diamond sun, luminous, angelic, divine luminous beings, right? So always, remember that, right? Connect to the energies of that inner Christos, of Christ within you. Connect to these energies, right, of the infinite unconditional love energies, okay? The crystal lotuses, they're actually flowering within our DNA, our consciousness, our aura energy field is also flowering in our chakras. Remember, we are sound, light, frequency, vibration, working with sacred geometry, with light, with colors, okay? Very important, guys. So maybe we do some chanting and japa mantra meditation, bija mantra, right? Because we've been here in that kind of dead energy prison planet, all these reversals, right? Everything upside down, dumbing us down, right? All this misinformation, guys. Information is light, and based on that you can make better choices, decisions. You're aware, you're conscious, so all the unconscious needs to become conscious, because unfortunately we've been unblocked, right? DNA unblocked, memory erased 5,500 years ago. This is from Ascension Glossary, guys. You can Google that. And so what happened, instead of those 12 strands of DNA and running the infinite code, we were here in this prison planet, right? All these frequency fences, running the reversals, the black magic grid, the Nephilim reversal grid, right? With the whole kind of Anunnaki Draco agenda, with the great military grade technology, because they've been trading with the Zetas and the Cabal, right? And they pretty much sold out humanity so they can rule the entire solar system, the galaxy. But that's why we're here, and just liberating the planet from those dark forces. But it's been tough, rough. So many people are awakening, are actually going through tumultuous situations, right? Earthquakes, flooding, fires. But unfortunately or fortunately, right, this is kind of way to wake up. Even the all these child trafficking going on, those former Walmart there in Texas, actually all across the United States, these kids coming from South or Central America being sold out to those very rich people, whether in the United States and especially those Florida, New York. So where are where's the ground crew? Where are those white magicians? Where are those Christos Templars, right? Where are those guys in the military, right? So many of them, they're on the street, they're on drugs, they're in prison, right? Because all this horrible abuse and misuse of power in the military and all these perversions and all this black magic and sodomy and all this torture, right? So that's what we're exposing in those military bases, the US military, right? With the constitution being suspended and serving the nation of the serpents, right? The brotherhood of the snake, the Luciferians, right? The whole cabal, the black magicians there. And again, it's based on my direct experiences, right? So those who join the military, especially MC under MIC, the Darpa, I have a project for them. So there's my soul group, lots of those guys that are in the military, and they kind of ended up in that black goo in the base 10 mathematics, running reversals through their DNA because of the boom 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 thing and all these kind of equipments or guns that they kind of possessed, right? But there's the AI technology, then running through them. We have the satellites, 5G towers, and what else? The Dark Fleet, right? Of that Draco kind of Federation guys. So we've been here in just kind of black goo, pretty much everybody in the darkness. Everybody mind control, dumbed down, all this programming, conditioning, and that's why PTSD, time to heal. There's nothing to be afraid of or be ashamed of, because what was done to humanity is unfathomable. It's going to divine justice. I have the new earth jurisdiction, the creator for the new earth jurisdiction, and we have to do it not only globally, right, but galactically. And so that's why we are bringing the cosmic order here online. But anyway, what happens when the memory is erased, right? 5,500 years ago, the humanity is unplugged. So only 2 strands of DNA kind of being left, right? Because that was the Babylonian invasion, Sumerian invasion, right? That happened 5,500 years ago. So you're blocked from your life force, right? So that's why the yoga, the Kundalini, some chanting, japa mantra meditation, some breath work. We have a Tantra yoga, right? The Kundalini yoga. There is Bhakti yoga is of devotion, right? Raja yoga. Raja yoga is pretty much the science of the mind, right? You're experiencing things and then you're figuring things out, and what in the world. That's kind of the road I took in order to kind of put all these dots together. So I'm sharing this information for you. Hopefully for some of you it's a shortcut, right? Who experience horrible things, especially in the military, on these injustices, or like this young lady, because she refused this, and she refused to be separated from MC, right? Even though, for me, it's kind of the Nazi kind of corporation with, anyway, so, and there are federal charges being held against her, right? So that's why the Galactic Codex, people need to be informed in order to transform these energies and to, raise your frequency vibration and be the new Space Force, the new military, with their Constitution of 1776 being resurrected and being the Christos Templars, right? And it being the warriors of truth in Christ and defenders of truth and divine justice. So that's why, again, the project and very important, and the work that I do, because we have child sex trafficking here running and going on, and so we need again, the ground crew here doing all this clearing work, cleansing work, right? We need to correct everything, bring everything right side up, but it's going to be through the inner hub, the Ascension Plan B, right? Doing the inner work through also being compassionate witness, through forgiveness, even though it's weird, right? The jihad, like I said, the inner struggle needs to be resolved from within us, because the AI and the black magicians, right, they live off of our weaknesses, off of our anger. They need that lush, so we need to be smart, and through that inner Christos, transmute the energies, right, of that negative ego, of that negativity, of that anger, of that anxiety, of that rage, right? And of course, we have to take care of our body, especially now the Virgo energies, right? So of your diet, cleansing your colon, Epsom salt, superfood, drinking distilled water, organic fruits and vegetables, or gardening, so, or just fasting. So it's multi-layered, multi-dimensional work. And like I said, this is like a melting pot, not only of all these nations all across the globe, but of all kinds of ET alien races. We all are a mixture, okay? And we are the ET disclosure, and we're exposing the wrongdoings in the military. So it is a very complex operation, right? It's strategic, right? So we have to do it kind of slowly but surely. Even the ascension is guaranteed, but as you see, there are still battles, right, and casualties. So we have to pray for everybody, even for the bad guys, but not in a sense we're allowing them to do these horrible things. But so many of these dark heads, they're also awakening. They also had enough of this nonsense, right? So we're pretty much really here together, here with this one boat, right? And what are coming from those higher places, or some here people kind of working on the field, right? So we have to be more, I would say, compassionate and tolerant, and just kind of very kind and loving to each other. But of course, with the protection, I talk about the 12D shielding, guys, or especially for warriors, right? Because we've been attacked here, all these psychotronic weapons, energy weapons, like back in November 2018, we had the attack on Paradise, California, and then of course 8/8/2023, directed energy weapons here in Maui, right, Hawaii. So you see the cycle is being repeated. And so when people are awakening, unfortunately, there's lots of trauma, drama, and people losing their lives. But once we are choosing the compassion and loving kindness and helping each other and taking care of each other, this is how we are raising the vibration of the collective, and we're ascending, and we are rewriting the negative codes of those negative aliens with their horrible agendas, right? Like the 2030 and the 15 mini cities, and they have their vocabulary on the SET, right? And they're all SATA. And it is, they're Satanic Luciferians, and so we need to let them know, or even prove for ourselves what we can do when we trust that divine spark within us, when we do things through Christ, and also the energies of Holy Mother, Divine Mother. Okay, sorry, I just had as my kind of altar here. So you see, so we have to pray and meditate, and this is how we make a difference. Not again wishing negativity to people outside of us. This is not the way to go. But anyway, the DNA was, like I said, it was scrambled, the geometry codes, right? Like all these that's what they do, especially with the boom, boom, boom. They scramble the geometry codes in your chakras, in your aura energy field, in your DNA, in your consciousness, right? So, you're running reversals, you don't remember who you are, and you're pretty much in total darkness, right? Not remembering your true essence and the mission. Why did you come here to this planet? And what this is all about, that we're here in a computer simulation, right? This is a hologram, it's a snapshot. And through quantum science, quantum manifestation, right, knowing the protocol and kind of the rules and the Galactic Codex and the 13 principle of universal laws, that's how we slowly and surely are liberating ourselves from the AI archon, inorganic matrix, and the false reality. This is not normal to live like this. Okay, so time to also think about bright future. I mean, I've been watching all these documentary movies about Tibet, Nepal, and all these beautiful resorts and yoga retreats, and then actually I'm watching again the 7 years in Tibet with Brad Pitt. Okay, because to me, like military, those guys, right, all these like equipments and being technologically advanced, and all these weapons and sniper thing or spy thing going on, right? Yeah, there's spiders everywhere actually, with all these parasites and so on. Time to be spiritual warriors, spiritual monks, warrior monks, right? And martial art, and yeah, it's coming all in divine timing, right? And some, I know it's like for me, Buddhism, you know, the medicine Buddha, the Buddha of compassion, like, oh, this beautiful, oh my goodness, the monasteries there in Japan. And it's just like, this is my way of living, you know, samurai in Japan. And it's like, to me, I'm resurrecting also the energies, or how it used to be like Marco Polo when he was traveling, right, from Italy to the Far East, and just like this beautiful sanctuary places. And well, the power elite also of the warriors like Genghis Khan, right? The entire Mongolian kind of empire. I just now, to me, I am, what's the word for it, I feel that the good vibes, the positive energies even of some of those rulers, but you know, of course, only take what resonates with you, leave the rest, because they were some good you know, like pharaohs, and good you know, leaders there back then. And you know, then I unfortunately, you know, we are still fighting the darkness and the light, the cabal, the black man. There's nothing new under the sun, guys. People think, oh, you know, people are awakening and things are just transpiring, and these things been happening actually for millennia, for hundreds and thousands of years. Like even you see the DNA being unplugged all these hundreds years ago, right? 5,500 years ago. And they pretty much rewrote our human history and all this patriarchal domination and enslavement agenda for the earth population, okay? So you can educate yourself, please, about it. All these ascension material on Ascension Glossary, Lisa Renee, Energetic Synthesis, it's everywhere. I just wanted to here inspire and empower you guys. Only take what resonates with you, leave the rest. Remember, we are the sacred sun. So anyway, so the aura energy field, like everything is now resurrecting. You know, we have this new divine blueprint for the new earth, the new architecture, right? For the new earth grid, you know, the ley lines, you know, guys. So all these beautiful grid workers and, you know, gatekeepers, and those who also deal with the stargates, right? Those higher vibrational beings, right? So we are resurrecting also the divine blueprint, right? Of that Christos DNA, of those Christos beings, right? That's how angelic divine luminous beings were designed. And so we finally have the connection to the God world domain, right? And like I said, it's for the inner hub, doing the inner work, right? So here you're walking those energies of already 5D, right? The energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude and compassion. That's the 5D protocol from Telos, you know, from the inner earth, right? Remember that there is a civilization, highly advanced civilization helping us with ascension, right? They have highly advanced technology, but they're under the law of one. They're following the law of nature. You know, they have this devotion, dedication to the divine. Even the way they raise their children and their education is of much you know, higher nature. And like I said, in the military, those guys need to be rehabilitated, re-educated, like of course humanity as well. We're going quantum, we're going interstellar, we're going galactic, and we're going cosmic, okay? And so those for us who are the light workers, or you know, the star seeds, we of course we work with the that's the middle world domain, right? This is the 6 and 8 dimension. So that's why invocation of the violet flame being in your sacred heart, right? The thymus area, that's your ADA chakra, guys. So that's already connection to the galactic core, very important. And you know, for us, we're the kind of the middle world domain, right? This is the 9 and 13 dimension, as we are rewriting the codes of those black magicians that they use sacred geometry for their so-called secret societies of satanic Luciferian natures. But like I said, the energies of the Rishis, right, the cosmic Christos dragons, right, it's coming online here. And either you can read the book, or you know, just kind of know that, you know, I'm just kind of showing you we're doing all this, the all alchemy and the transformational work, transfiguration work is happening right here, right now. All these parallel realities, they are being created at the same time. So what are you choosing? Are you choosing ascension? Are you choosing love? Are you choosing liberation? or people greed and fear and intimidation and horror and terror and depression and being addicted to drugs and alcohol and watching porn, right? Everything is monitored, and like I said, everybody's creating their own destiny, right? I'm responsible for my world. I'm responsible for my YouTube channel videos. I'm also on Ko-Fi if you wanna figure this out, if you want to read more about what I do. And of course, I have another documents in Word on my website, yanakalai.com, reading about the Ashtar, about Yana Yoga, and about the project for Darpa and the Ashtar Galactic Command, what we represent, what we're doing, the ground crew, what this is all about, and of course how to be initiated, how to be part of our galactic cosmic community. There are rules, of course, there are directives, there are guidelines, like with everywhere, okay? So this it's all about raising the frequency vibration and be in your true self and resurrecting your memories and of course your DNA. We're going from carbon based DNA into crystalline DNA. So lots of spiritual work, right? Determination, very important, protection, so this is kind of how we are rolling here on this creating platform. Yeah. And guys, I just wanted to also let you know why America actually is now like the central point, and lots of the star seeds became over here. Like, I'm not from here originally, right? But today I woke up, I was like, I'm so thankful, grateful I was born in Eastern Europe. There is a reason for everything why I was not born here, okay? And it's nothing like being patriotic and so on. I'm very also now happy that I can be here and help with this whole transition, especially in the military section with all these operations, right? Because I just had different upbringing, different mentality, and just this beautiful Czech fairy tales. Even last night I was watching these old like a Czech comedies, back in the 1970s, and it's just this beautiful culture. I mean, that's I'm very thankful, grateful where I grew up. This beautiful, like I said, the culture, and that's, I guess, I'm different. They were not able to, I guess, mind control me, or all these tricks of those black magicians and the military, this hybrid Anunnaki. And, I'm the bloodline. I represent the bloodline of the power elite with the psychic abilities, and they need these kids. They need us for the military operations, serving the negative aliens or who knows what else. But like, we're here to end the cycle, right? We're bringing everything right side up, doing all this correction, exposing the corruption military in a very loving way, but strict as well, right? Because all these injustices, right, happening, things are surfacing, and somebody has to address it, put it into perspectives, right, and make the change, right? How to say that, be the change that you want to see in the world, right? The change has to happen within us. It starts with us, and instead of it's just going everything through Congress, and that system is collapsing. Like I said, the red trident is collapsing. All this infrastructure is collapsing. Like, we are holding the ground. We're here laying the foundation for the new earth, for the new earth jurisdiction, for the infrastructure, and even for the military, for this, whether it's the Space Force, and for all these new recruitments. Okay, so we're like the blueprint, like the divine architects. But the other thing I wanted to say is that from this book, Madame we're resurrecting, the energies. I mean, the books from Madame Blavatsky, Alice Bailey, and in there other these beautiful channelers, or these books like Soul Love or The Light Shall Set You Free. So all these beautiful things were already written in 80s and 90s. That's from the True Secret Society. Like, we are multidimensional beings and with psychic abilities, but unfortunately those with psychic abilities, so many of my soul group, they were used for those dark agendas, and their DNA damage. That's why we're here holding the platform for them to rehabilitate and bring them back online, so they can be the Christos warriors, right? Defenders of truth and divine justice, like the Christos Templars, back then, before they were betrayed by the king in France, right? And so, and there's a huge big history. So being a warrior in Christ, very important. We're resurrecting the blueprint of Joan the Arc and so on. But again, going back to what I wanted to say is that the American president George Washington Abraham Lincoln listened to the advice of the Great White Brotherhood. So the America, the way it was founded, you know, upon like the freedom, the secret societies, it was of that positive faction of the Great White Brotherhood, these true ascended masters, and the solo Rishi, right, the mystics. Okay, and but what happened, right, and this resulted in the development of the United States. But in 1930s, right, in 1930, President Franklin Roosevelt was warned about the upcoming Second World War, but he didn't take all the advice to his heart. And so that's why that was then the separation. That was the United States of Corporation, with the original Constitution being suspended already back then in 1871, and then it was all these treaties with the negative aliens, especially the Zetas, right, under the Seeker Empire, Orion Group. And then you had the creation of the CIA, of the Darpa, right, where they strengthened their stronghold, especially in the military, right, section, with all these military bases and recruitments and all these, you know, the serpents, the brotherhood of the snake, and this whole Luciferism, Satanism in the Pentagon and White House, and the underground bases or military bases, and all this you know, galactic slave trade happening, and the genetic material, right, they were trading on those black markets. So again, this is nothing new on the sun, and so many of these politicians, they were warned. Some of them did take it advice, and it usually happened in the Far East. And here, how they say, as a rule, the Western society usually pretty much rejected the Council of Shambhala, or they rejected the assistance of the great teachers of the Great White Brotherhood. So that's why, you know, I guess I'm bringing the yoga here back to the West, right? And kind of inspiring others here to maybe, again, go to the East, Far East, like the movie 7 Years in Tibet with Brad Pitt, right? I mean, you know, there was so much kind of drama at the beginning, his ego, right? He left his wife anyway. But there was something, see how people are changing, right? Whether through their journey, that's the journey of life, be your own hero, right? And it's awakening is drastic. We go through all this suffering, all this turbulation, horrible things happening. People are, of course, dropping their bodies, and look what is happening to children, and you know, the whole trafficking going on. And so take a stand, right? What are we doing, right? What are we doing about it? How are we approaching it, right? And you know, all these children, they probably need to find their home and places, right? Are we ready to take care of these children? Are we ready to help them to heal? Like, you know, I have the project for those guys in the military, and I'm being trained, and I am being kind of supervised, right? I get all this interesting just kind of training in that mental body, or you know, when I go to sleep, I get all kinds of restoration, all kinds of breathing happening, and recalibration and updates and updates. So you know, I am receiving all these messages, constantly working on myself, and just trying to kind of balance the energies of those negative aliens, because those guys were trapped in the agenda of 2030, right? With there's the Armageddon software, pestilence programming. So it's in their DNA, right? Through boom, 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 and the Nazi Neuralink, and you have all this Gestapo Nazi kind of a Draco fleet, right? This with their spaceships and satellites all across the globe, and then they're walking AI, and they're sent whether to Middle East or who knows what else, right? So-called operations, right? And you can see some of the stuff, footages like WikiLeaks, right? And look what happened to Julian Assange, and there's another young whistleblower from Texas, right? And things like that. Of course, we have to pay price. There's some price we need to pay. We made a mistake. The ego was too much, right? But we are implementing the law of one. we came here to learn our lessons, right? This new platform, we can all re-educate, we can all recalibrate, we can all rehabilitate from all this mind control, from the agenda of those negative aliens, you know, the Satanists and Luciferians, with their law of reversals, right? So that's why we're here doing the work the way we're doing it. It's very energy kind of oriented, and you know, I'm just again here to inspire you guys, empower you. Let's do like a little bit of meditation. Let's do maybe some Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, some chanting, and like I said, we can do some invocation of the violet flame, and we can do also reawakening. These are what's that? This is the chakras, right? The root chakra, the sacral chakra. This is the Ram, guys. We were so disempowered, right? All these addictions, where is it happening? You know, second chakra. Those guys in the military, they're totally stripped of all their rights, and they're totally disconnected to Mother Earth, Mother Nature, right? And like I was showing their chakra, their aura, so infiltrated, contaminated, and just totally tilted, right? And so here, right, through our hearts, right, very important to protect your heart. Those guys in the military, they're all these data, seal, and so on. Very important to protect your heart, but start loving yourself unconditionally, healing your heart, whether it's through nature, looking at grass, color green, right, and chanting Yam. This is a Ram, this is the Yam, and of course Ham. All these whistleblowers, right? We couldn't really speak our truth, and whoever starts speaking out there, you know what happened to those whistleblowers, right? I know I had lots of damage was done to me, directed energy weapons, and you know, so-called diagnosed with schizophrenia. That's what they do to us, right? The CIA, you know, the FBI, the black magicians, the high echelon, the Anunnaki, the Nazi kind of, you know. And so we have to stay strong, right? This is our technology, guys. This is when we are bringing everything right side up, they cannot beat us. Connection to our heart, to our intuition, right? And of course, in between 5th chakra, 4th chakra, that's your A chakra, sacred heart. I kind of messed up here, you know, like Yeshua, the threefold founder flame. Do you see like the mystical picture of Yeshua, of Jesus, right? He was kind of radiating the energies of love. That was the magenta color. Of wisdom, that was the yellow color, and of blue, of divine power, right? So the energies, like they're all imprinted within that 12 strands of DNA. This our potentiality be the divine cosmic spaceship in a way, okay? So we start resurrecting these energies within us, like the inner hub, the Shushumna column, the central column, right? Aligning all the chakras with perfection, with that perfect sacred geometry, whether through chanting, invocation of violet flame. This how we become invisible, right, and invincible for those negative forces. So we have to do it through the light, through light structure, through heart, through harmony, through peace, raising the frequency vibration, through purity, innocence, because then that's how you disarm them, right? Love is the, like I said, conquers all. War begets war. This is not the way to go. And so especially all this self-righteousness, right? And all these, you know, addiction and all this mind control. I mean, the ego, you know, the predator mind, and the walls of separation, all this fear, right? So are you choosing love? Are you choosing fear, guys? That's why we have the bifurcation of consciousness, and also in the military, in family structure as well, in science, right? In in religion, right? And in school, media. You can see there'll be huge bifurcation of consciousness all across the globe, in the entire infrastructure, economy, right? I mean, of course, you know, very nice, like I can pay my room, but if you're going to have all these yachts and all these homes and houses, but if you don't have love for Christ and for these children who are suffering, and where's your project? You're easily being then trapped and pulled to that descension spiral, right, to that metaverse. So keep it simple life, right? Simple living, but high thinking, choosing the middle path, the yellow brick road. That's the way to go. So just short kind of meditation, and chanting japa mantra. That's my passion, guys. So it's all about centering ourselves within our hearts. Okay, make sure the spine is straight. And you're welcome to lie down, or I sit pretty much on the floor, my yoga mat. That's kind of my lotus or yoga position. Or you can sit on a chair, and making sure your feet are touching the ground, so you can feel the earth, the ground. That's how we are grounding ourselves and centering ourselves within our heart, right? And focusing on our breath. Right? Remember, that's our prana, that's our chi, that's our energy, that's our life force, and especially the sexual energy, right? Being aware of your second chakra, sexual energy, of your heart chakra, your loving energy, also of sound, that's your fifth chakra, right? That's kind of the blue, baby blue color right here, okay? And then, of course, this is either indigo or opening your third eye. Very important, just kind of with your intention, go in the middle of the brain where your pineal gland resides, and your tongue is touching the upper palate, and that's how you bring the circuitry back online, right? You're touching the hypothalamus, the thalamus, the hippocampus, and this amygdala system, right? In the brain. Very important energy vortexes and all these functions of the brain, right? It's supersonic. I mean, it's unbelievable how we were designed. But remember, we're energy. These physical structure is for us to experience the physical physical life. So we are also experiencing physical ascension, right? As the body is getting less and less dense, because the magnetic field is also weakening, right? The plasma ray frequencies coming online, right? And we can feel more of our true divine essence through breath work, centering, being in nature, and just being aware, mindful thinking, being mindful and being thankful, right? Walking off energy, the energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude. There's the law of grace. There's the Galactic Codex. And we're centering ourselves, coming down, going into our heart. Remember, there is that sacred chamber. There's the altar within that sacred chamber of our heart where we can go each and every day, pray and meditate and ask for help. Right? And we can claim our rights. We have the right for ascension. We have the right for liberation. We have the right for true information. We have the right to be free. We have the right to meet our galactic star family. We have the right to know our true cosmic original galactic history. Especially those guys in the military, right? Claim your rights. Command your space. Resurrect all your energy. So everything that was siphoned from them, right? Taken away from them, the black magician, all this torture and all these programming, subliminal messages of dark magic, black magic, and physical abuse, sexual abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, because they were feeding off of our aura, off of our energy, off of our 10th chakra. 10th chakra, guys, that's your soul star chakra. Can you imagine? So how in the world we were supposed to fulfill our dreams? And even for us, how in the world can we fulfill the divine plan on earth if they have AI technology that is harvesting energy from our life force, sexual energy, and from our soul energy, right? So the morphogenic field, we have to claim that back, right? And so that's why purity of our aura, of your energy field is extremely important. So I'm a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. desires. I am a being of fire. I am the purity God desires. So through positive affirmations, invocation of the violet flame, right, we can resurrect the 7th chakra, that's your planetary logos. And through connection to your divine heart, sacred heart, right, that's already your 8th dimension. Through compassion, through forgiveness, right, we can start healing our DNA. Deactivating the AI, hybrid nanotechnology, through boom, 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 right? When we're listening to solfeggio tones, right, we can even erase all these programming conditioning of those black magicians, the serpents in the military, so-called controllers, the black sun, entities, or the sons, Belial sons, right? And so seeing ourselves in that violet flame of mercy, of forgiveness, of compassion, of transformation. And just imagining all the energies that was stolen from us, right? We're claiming back. We're claiming back our power. We're claiming back our rights. We're restoring the energies in our chakras. Those are your energy centers. And of course, we're resurrecting our sexual energy as well. So we're protecting our 2nd chakra, sacral chakra, and feeling the transformation, transmutation there in our genital areas, in our the hip area, pelvic area, sorry for that. And then through, of course, pelvis, the end of the coccyx area, right? See that energy cleansed and clear and purified. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame to light alone abound. I am the violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone. So imagine the entire spine being perfectly aligned with the divine, cleansed and purified through that violet flame of transformation, transmutation. And of course, see yourself deeply connected to the Earth star, the crystal heart of this planet, or, to the core of Mother Earth, Mother Nature. You can also feel the connection to the inner Earth. That's where our star family resides as well. Highly advanced civilization. Remnants of the Lemuria timeline. Of those Christos Essene races. Do you feel the feeling energy? I see lots of the plasma healing light coming up from the earth up through the entire spine, through all the chakras. Right? Up to the 3rd eye, and through your 7th chakra, crown chakra, to your anti-particle chakras. Just, sky is the limit. So to the sky, to the galactic core, and to Andromeda, and to the God world. We are resurrecting the 12 strands of DNA. That's our potential to be omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, right? Experiencing the state of nirvana with no addiction, no entities, no holographic inserts of those negative aliens, right? But of course, we are those who were, already implanted and so damaged from that negative technology, right? The black hole technology with all these negative implants. There is the technology that can neutralize it, and we have the new technology helping with the restoration of DNA, of the hologram, and of the rewiring. So all the possibilities, they're coming online on all the parallel timelines and realities of the bright future, of ascension, of ascended earth, the new earth. So again, you can repeat, I'm a being of fire. I am the purity God desires. Remember who you truly are. So the transformational work, the inner alchemy, all coming online. You're resurrecting the technology that is within you. You're the spaceship. You can bilocate, you can teleport, telepathy, right? All coming back online. And of course, I come from that yoga tradition, so I'm going to do some chanting and strengthen the power in my chakras. So I start with the first chakra, that's the Lam. Second chakra is Vam. Third chakra is the Ram, the solar plexus power. Just feel the power of your soul coming back online, right? Soul connection, conscious expansion. That's already your fifth dimension, sixth dimension coming back online. Yam, that's your heart chakra. Yam, that's your fifth chakra. And Om, the primordial sound. Right? We're merging the divine masculine with the divine feminine, with that sacred chamber of our heart, become the perfect divine luminous beings with 12 strands of DNA in the lotus heart. Namaste. Lam, Bam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. Lam, Bam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. Lam, Bam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. Shiva Shiva Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Namah Om Jai Shri Krishna. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. That was Lord Shiva and Lord Ganesh helping us with healing, with ascension, with empowerment, with liberation, with moksha. Experiencing the state of nirvana, of samadhi. Jai Shri Krishna. Many blessings and namaste. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.